Alrighty, so here we are again. Buenas tardes, mis niños. We're gonna listen to these songs, and then we're gonna go on with our lesson, okay?
Welcome, everybody! Let's all stand in a circle. Hello, everyone. How are you? How are you? How are you? Hello, everyone. How are you? How are you today? Get ready to clap your hands. Hello, everyone. Clap your hands. Clap your hands. Clap your hands. Hello, everyone. Clap your hands. Clap your hands today. Now let's stomp our feet. Hello, everyone. Stomp your feet. Stomp your feet. Stomp your feet. Hello, everyone. Stomp your feet. Stomp your feet today. Now, should we touch our nose? Let's do it. Hello, everyone. Touch your nose. Touch your nose. Touch your nose. Hello, everyone. Touch your nose. Touch your nose today. Welcome, everybody. Let's have some fun. Hello, everyone. How are you? How are you? How are you? Hello, everyone. How are you? How are you today?
Excellent. So guys, you have an amazing time. And we're going to continue with our lesson for today. And we're going to listen to one more song. We're going to listen to the Bug and Roll. Because remember, before we start each of our lessons, we listen to a couple of songs before. Okay?
Search for Ping Pong on YouTube. Ping Pong. Dum dee 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 doo dum dee dee dum. Dum dee 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 dum dee dee dum. Bug and roll. The ants in the grass all march, march, march. March, 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 march. March, march, march. The ants in the grass all march, march, march. March all day long. The bees around the flowers all buzz, buzz, buzz. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Buzz, buzz, buzz. The bees around the flowers all buzz, buzz, buzz. All day long. Rock and roll.
Fireflies at night all blink, blink, blink.
Blink.
Blink, blink, blink. Blink, blink, blink. The fireflies at night all blink, blink, blink.
Blink all night long. The caterpillars in the field all creep, 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 creep. The caterpillars in the field all creep, 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 all day long. Dum dee 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 dum dee dee dum.
Beautiful. So that was our Bug and Roll song. And now we're going to watch another video where ants are at work. So we've been talking a lot about the colonies, and we spoke about their colonies and what each ant job was in the colony, right? But now we're going to watch a video of them actually working. So before, when they find a place that they're going to be living in, they work. So they make all these tunnels and everything, so that way they know where everything is going to be. So let's just watch this clip of how it happens. So you see how it's like that, and then they turned all of this. They make all of that. Look at these ants. They're working, building the tunnel. See how they're using their jaws. things that they're making. Look at all these connections they're making. See, they're making more and more and more. Just like that. I think in a couple of minutes they'll zoom it in again to the ants. Working. But yeah, this is really cool. This is what they do. They do a lot of hard work, these ants. Look at them working, you see? Yep, that's them. They're still continuing to push and push and dig and dig. Just like that. So that's how they're working. And I wanted to show you this. So here is how their tunnels will eventually look, just like the ones that we saw. We see the entrance there, and you see how all these ants, that's where they enter, and they bring food to all of their colonies. Then you have the worker ants there, they're storing the food. In one of them you have the baby ants where they are, either they just hatched. There's another section where you just see all the eggs, and the ants are just working and working, getting all these foods to everyone, right? So that's their nest. This is their home. We don't see any of this because it's underground, okay? But whenever we go to a place where there's grass and soil, this is typically what will be underground. We don't know it, but it is. It's happening underground, okay? So I just wanted to show you that little bit. Now we're actually going to start the lesson for today, which is what is the life cycle of an ant? And we have stage 1, which is the egg stage, right? So the queen ant, remember we spoke about that ant that's a little bit bigger than the rest of the ants? So she is the queen, and she is the only one who can lay eggs, okay? She will lay thousands of them. She will lay a lot of them, okay? So she lays a lot of these eggs. Now these eggs are oval shape, and sometimes they'll be white or they'll be clear, okay? So that's our stage 1, the egg stage. Stage 2 is the larva stage. So here you see the eggs? They're clear. Now you can start to see something black inside. That black is actually the larva. And you see how the other ants, right? Those are the worker ants. The ants are the ones who are taking care of the eggs, okay? But yes, after a few days, the eggs will hatch. The baby ants are born. And these baby ants, they look like worms, okay? They're going to look like little worms. No eyes and no legs. They look like worms, okay? Now, because there's no eyes, there's no legs, there's nothing, these larvae are going to be fed by an adult ant. So that's why you see all those worker ants with them, because they're taking care of the babies, making sure that they're being fed, okay, since they can't do it themselves. So stage 2 is larva. Stage 3 is the pupa stage. So in this stage, right, is the pupa stage. Soon after, when the larva has molted, remember we spoke about molting. Molting means that the larva is shedding its skin, right? It needs new skin because as it's eating, it's growing and growing. So it needs to shed off that new skin, that old skin, to have a new skin that will fit its current body, okay? So after the larva has molted a few times, it will form a cocoon, okay? Now it forms a cocoon just like the moths. Remember we spoke about moths when we were talking about butterflies. We were talking about differences between butterflies and moths. So butterflies build a chrysalis, right, or they form a chrysalis, and moths form a cocoon. So just like a moth, an ant also forms a cocoon. So it's going to form a cocoon around itself, and it's going to go through a metamorphosis stage. So meaning it's going to go through a dramatic change. It's a dramatic change because it's going to go from a little worm, just like the butterfly or the moth, from a little worm to an ant, right? So that is the dramatic change that happens. So stage 3 is the pupa stage. Now stage 4, we're up to stage 4. Stage 4 is the adult stage, or where it actually becomes an ant. It's going to look like an ant. So once the pupa is ready, it will become an adult ant. And after they become, they come out from the pupa, the ants right away start to take their role in their colonies, okay? So they start to do all of that. Then they start to do all of the things that they do in their colonies. Remember when we spoke about what the ants do? They're going to go out looking for food. Some of them are going to be taking care of the new eggs. Some of them are going to be feeding the larva. Some of them are going to be protecting the queen. So all of these things, okay? And meanwhile, some are going to be looking for food. They have different jobs. Other ants are going to stay and start to also continue to dig in their nest, right? More space for them. So that's what happens. So that's stage 4, okay? So there's 4 stages in the life cycle of an ant. The egg stage, larva, pupa, and finally the ant, okay? And I think we've seen this all throughout all the insects that we spoke about. We spoke about the caterpillar, we spoke about the ladybug, and this is the ant, our 3rd insect, right? And they're all going through these stages, a life cycle stage, right, which contains 4 of them. And they're all going through the same. They're going through the egg, larva, pupa, and the adult stage. So this is just a quick little picture showing you the life cycle of an ant and how it's going around, right? Because it's a life cycle. A cycle is just a stage of development of which they're going. So first it's going to start as an egg, a larva, the pupa, and then the adult. I did put this up on Google Classroom so you boys and girls can color it